Hi everyone, welcome back to the finale of the Vengeance Saga. This is 600 Strike from Epic the Musical. I just did my first time reaction and analysis. Super intense. Odie really has become a badass monster, if you will. I really enjoyed it, guys. I hope you enjoy my first time reaction and analysis for 600 Strike, and I'll see you after the video. Right, pretty epic start here. We've got these pretty big room drums, big room rock drums. We've got this almost like this syncopated guitar happening, representative of Odie's mood at this place in time. And we also have some more a little bit of the war drum vibe as well. Not totally. We've seen more leaning towards the war drum, but we're getting a little bit of that as well. And we also have some backing vocals in there, I think. Hold up a sec. So Jay loves that. He loves leading into a song with a little uplifting motif. I mean, just in this saga, I've heard at least twice, I think. There was another one where he did it with strings. But it's like instead of just starting the song right on the one, it gives you kind of a little lead in. Or he did a slide on the strings for one of the earlier songs. It's a nice way to start the song, honestly. It's a nice, so it's not like a jagged start, you know? Yeah, there's some backing vocals. Yeah, it's like heavy. It's not quite war drum. It's not quite organic in that way. It sounds like big drum set drums. But it does, I mean, it's got, part of that vibe is there for sure. Anyway, big drums. TLDR, big drums. What do you guys think these backing vocals are representative of? I was trying to place I don't, we'll see what happens in the rest of the song in the video, but just with the kind of intense war drum heavy guitars, it feels a little out of place in a kind of interesting, cool way. Like a little dichotomy happening, a little disparity between musical elements. I don't know. It's interesting. What do you guys think? So we're getting motifs all the way from the Troy saga, and now we've heard this motif done in varying ways a bunch of times throughout the show. 600 men under my command. I think that's from Full Speed Ahead, I think. So we're getting that, and again, it's repeated material, it's recycled material, but in a new way, right? In this driving, repetitive way. I guess this is Poseidon he's meant to visit. I'm not really sure what's happening yet. Time will tell. Just over.
I don't think you seem to get it. I can't afford to die, 'cause I will get back to my son. And I will get back to my wife!
So he's fighting Poseidon. Okay. Also, dope-ass big real yell from Jay there. I mean, really just letting the vocal folds blow apart in a super intense way. This is totally different vocalism than we've heard for most of this saga, right? Most of his belting in this saga has been pretty clean, pretty pure, but now this is just fueled by rage and vengeance.
Get it? I can't afford to die, 'cause I will get and I will get back to my wife.
We'll get back to my wife. Like really turning up the gas, especially on a "will get back to my wife." But you hear it in the words leading up to it. Well, sprinkling some grit in there, mixing it all around. But then that last ascending line into that full-on yell.
We'll get back to my son, and I will get back to my wife.
Yeah, more themes we've heard. I like that really high electric guitar, like a little moment, a little time in the sun. Right here. Yeah.
For every comrade, every one of my friends, almost all of whom were slaughtered by your hand.
This is another theme. Is this Full Speed Ahead again? I think it might be where we first heard it. Whew, it's been a while. All comments below. Where are all these themes coming from? You guys have heard this stuff a million times. I'm hearing it for the first time. And I've only just re-listened to anything from Epic about a week ago. Since I did the analysis, I'd never gone back to listen to anything. And I finally did a listen from Troy through Wisdom, because that's what I'd heard so far. And it's a whole different experience listening to it straight through. Some really interesting things. Jay is a beast at writing melodies. That is like a big takeaway for me. Just as a writer, he writes really compelling, catching melodies. Anyway, a lot of themes. We're getting some repeated themes here, as we have a lot in the later sagas of the show. Harkening back, recycled in a different way, all that good stuff.
For every comrade, every one of my friends, almost all of whom were slaughtered by your hand. 600.
The drums sound like really early age dubstep drums. Like, hear me out. Go back to like 2010 and before, and listen to dubstep from that time. That is very much how. Now these drums are buried in a way where dubstep, the drums are one of the most important things. I mean, absolutely in your face heavy. They're buried more, but the sound of them sounds like just a few years before I started making music. And I started making electronic music actually like 12 years ago, something like that. God, I'm getting old. Early dubstep drums in the background. Also, it's just like there's a lot. Everything is driving. Like everything in the ensemble is driving forward rhythmically. Like we're just churning, just absolutely churning.
For every comrade, every one of my friends, almost all of whom were slaughtered by your hand.
Nice.
600 strike.
That, I believe, is Jay's first high C fully connected in chest voice, and I feel vindicated because there have been some in the past where I was like, it sounds really well connected, but just not like as yelly and as tense as it probably would be if he stretched, like from how he sings his B flats in chest voice. Big vocal nerd moment for me. That is Jay ripping a high C and stretching it all the way up, and you hear how naturally yelly it sounds, because physiologically it is just a well-controlled yell, both at the breath support level and the vocal fold level. You can tell he's really pushing it. Now, I know it's supposed to be an intense moment anyway in the song, so if it were lower, he would probably add some grit into it, make it more intense. But you can tell this is Jay really stretching his voice up to that high C, and it's glorious. I absolutely love it.
600 strike.
I mean, that's just a yell. That's a yell on a high C.
600 strike.
To be saluted. a second. Did he just... Is he about to beat Poseidon? That's not possible. Come on. What's going on? What's going on here? This is crazy.
You idiot.
Oh.
Can't you see? You sealed your fate just to beat me. You released my storm when you opened that bag. Blocked your one-way home. Now you'll never get back.
We've heard that theme. What's that from? Oh my gosh. So many themes to remember. It's hard after hearing them just once 6 months ago. Okay, so opening the bag was really bad for a lot of ways, I guess. And I'm still confused. There was the first bag that took him to Poseidon the first time, and then I think there was a second bag that Hermes just gave him. And opening the first bag was a bad idea. And opening the second bag was also a bad idea. People, in the comments below, educate me about what's happening in the story right now. I appreciate you.
Your fate, just
He goes, idiot.
You released my storm when you opened that bag. Blocked your one-way home.
Sick ass, gritty high G. Blocked. So nice. Shout out to Steven Rodriguez. Killer voice.
You opened that bag. Blocked your one-way home. Now you'll never get back. You're going to call off that storm.
Storm.
Or what? You can't kill me.
Fair point. He is immortal.
Exactly.
Again, Jay getting down in this speech like the lowest you'll ever hear his voice in any context is when he's doing these like speech like VO kind of things, voiceover kind of things. He gets so much lower than he could actually sing. It's pretty awesome.
Or what? You can't kill me.
He and Steven have similar ranges, I think.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Wait. Wait! Ah! How does it feel to be helpless? How does it feel to know pain? I watched my friends die in horror, crying as they were all slain. I heard their final moments, calling their captain in vain. Look what you turned me into! Look what we've become! Enough! All of the pain that I've been through! Haven't I suffered enough? You didn't stop when I begged you! Told me to close my heart! You said the world was dark! Didn't you say that ruthlessness is mercy upon art? Alright!
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Yep. Woo! Super intense. Doesn't want him to die. Just wants to experience pain. No matter how much pain Poseidon experiences, you can't kill him. He's immortal. God, one of the big three. Wow, that's absolutely brutal. And the yelling / singing quality Jay's delivering is so good and so powerful in this moment. And Steven's yelling is awesome. Just like true, proper, full grit yelling. Really, really nice. This is a really, really cool section. That's why I didn't want to stop it. I felt like I really wanted to see how it goes, see how it revs, see what happens going forward. I'll see if there's any nuggets to pull from it, like vocally, musically.
I watched my friends die.
Go back. This is like it's a long section, actually.
Wait. Wait. Ah! How does it feel to be helpless? How does it?
So we've got big big drum hits, big like cinematic boom hits, which our animator duvet box is attaching to the Trident strikes, which makes a lot of sense.
Feel the no pain. I watched my friends die in horror.
There's another one.
They were all slain. I heard their final moments.
The background's a little chaotic. I mean, there is melodic content. There are chords changing measure to measure every couple measures, but it's not very block chord. There's a lot of like, it sounds like there's a lot of moving elements that are highlighting the chords. So instead of, you know, something playing G major, you have like a moving thing or like an arpeggio or something playing. It sounds like there's a lot of that reverbed out, very atmospheric happening in the background. And not actually G major. That was just the first chord I thought of.
They were all slain. I heard their final moments, calling their captain in vain. Look what you turned me in.
There's both. There are at least the root of the chord being highlighted by some kind of bass instrument or bass synth. There's probably some strings layered in back there. They might be doing more block chords. So it's this cool kind of like swim. There's like the foundation of the chords, but then there's a lot of swimming happening above them.
Calling their captain in vain. Look what you turned me into. Look what.
And that was a melodic yell. Ah! B flat, A flat, G. That's probably also really pushing towards the top of Steven's range, and you can really feel how yelly that sounds. Both because his voice is super gritty, and two, because you can tell that's effortful for him to get that high.
Look what you turned me into. Look what we've become. Enough. All of the pain that I've been through. Haven't I suffered enough? You didn't stop when I begged you. Told me to close my heart. You said the world was dark. Didn't you say that ruthlessness is mercy upon our... All right.
I like Poseidon calling him Monster with the monster theme. That's pretty cool.
Please. After everything you've done, how will you sleep at night? Next to my wife.
Weird, creepy, smiling Poseidon while asking those questions. I don't know about that. That was pretty scary. You guys seen the movie Smile? It's kind of like that. Ooh. Wait a second. Ooh. Weird. Yeah, he's gonna get home to Penelope. That's his goal. Doesn't care about anything else at this point, as he's demonstrated. Pretty wild. Pretty intense. Does Odie beat Poseidon in the Odyssey? That seems crazy to me that would be possible in any context. Like, let me know. So that I'm baffled by that. That is wild to me. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed first time reaction and analysis for 600 Strike, the awesome finale to the Vengeance Saga, the second to last saga of Epic the Musical. In about a month, or in about whenever some animatics start coming out, I will do my videos for Ithaca, and that will be the end of this exciting journey. But you guys should know, I am writing a giant, probably 30-song original piece about related content to this, and I am collaborating on the whole thing with someone absolutely integral to the entire Epic community. So I'm not going to spoil anything, but that is just to wet your whistle. At the end of my Ithaca Saga recordings, maybe I'll tell you a little bit more, but be very excited. Very, very, very excited. I'll see you guys in the Ithaca Saga. Peace.